stream, but we're back now.
Yeah, and once again, we're still in the 6th round here, and all that's really happened is that Mish was picked, but in the last few seconds as I was talking, we are going to have 2 picks from Keene State come out, as that will bring it down to a 4v5 here. DePaul left without that duelist or that initiator. However, they are pushing on to this A site here. Your team exactly having control of it. However, they will put the plant out. We are going to see Thrash come out from Yeri. We'll find one player, but the player will get that teleport off, will displace them, and that will be only one player left on this site here as they Faceless will find one, and that will be Faceless found, and it will appear that the Cypher will not be able to rotate back over in time, as that will be that round in favor of Keene State.
Very nicely played, making it 3-4 in favor of DePaul.
Still appears that DePaul will have enough to make a full buy here. Once again, both teams put on equal footing, and there's that phone again. Every time I see it, it's like a mental flashbang for me. But anyway, yeah, as we enter in here to the 7th round here, DePaul is still up 1 more round compared to Keene State. It does appear that Neon did not purchase and might be using that ult this round to get a site on control of site here. Javier will find them early there. Will not be able to get value from the ult. There will be that breach ult come out, and they will not be able to find any picks on top of it, out of it. And we will see Froggy being picked by that Omen, TPing on top of the site. Something over. It's Mish will find Ilang Ma, as that will be Mish being traded out, and Yeri as well, leaving it down to a 2v2 here. Spike currently being planted. Shotgun user will be spotted here and will attempt to try it to dog on the site, get some information about where DePaul's players are. Will find both of them, and that will be Chumley punishing that teleport. However, it will just be Shotgun user here against that Cypher, and will find the round victory, as that will be that 8th round in favor of Keene State.
Tying the game up once again to 4-4.
Bringing back that deficit that we had mentioned, they are again on the upfoot here, and as we will see, they will have a small advantage here on this economy, and hopefully we'll be able to snowball this into the rest of the game. A trade will occur there, and we will see that Cypher will come out. Froggy will find 2, and is pinned down here. Oh, and the Valorant timing will get him there as he attempts to take off that net, and will be picked, and it will bring that down to a 2v3 here in favor of DePaul. Score even here. Either team wants to try to secure themselves that lead as they go into the rest of this game. 4 rounds will be left in this half. We will see Page Shelves come out, and we'll try to force that Neon out of position. Will not get any damage off, but it will force her to play closer to that wall, and will in turn get out some of that utility coming out from DePaul, and that will be Shotgun user that will find that Neon, bring it down to a 2v2 here. Spike will get planted by DePaul, and it will be either team here looking for whatever they can. And Chumley with a flank will find Faceless with his back turned.
It is a 2v1.
We'll see Shotgun user throw out that the flash there, and we will. And that will be that Spike defuse off. However, all Keene State players will be found, but they will have gotten round win there, as that will bring the score 5-4 in favor of Keene State.
Fortunately, Yi Long Ma did find that final pick, but we still won the round anyway.
Yeah. Oh,
Just
Anish will be found by
unfortunate.
that Omen, but in a heartbreaking gunfight loss. We're going to see that Chumley will find that Neon. And it will currently be a 4v4 here, as we will see that Sky ult come out. And that will be two found by Keene State, and that will bring it back to 2 versus 2 here. Spike is still not down.
They were able to get that spike.
We are going to see the teleport come out from that Omen there,
We did cancel it.
and it will be canceled by one of Keene State's players here, as he will be pinned down into that corner and is trying to find anything they can. Froggy will find the one that did get to the other side, and that Flash will find it, and that will be Chum leaking that last pick and winning that 10th round for Keene State. Score currently 6-4. We are going to see another A-site push from DePaul here. However, they will put an emphasis on taking control of that shower that we have seen both Chumley and Shotgunners are playing a lot in, and that will find both of them. And that will bring it down 3 versus 5 here. The spike will start to be planted here, as Mish will be taken out, bring it down to 2 versus 5 here. Spike down, clock in favor of DePaul. Boncher will find Yeri there, and Wasi will find Froggy the Elite, and that will be that 11th round in favor of DePaul. Both teams here keeping up on score with each other. Last round and a half here. DePaul will have the advantage on ults here. We will most likely see all of them being used here, as it will be the last round they can be.
Yeah.
You're going to see DePaul here playing from a lot of different angles here, as they will try to find some of Keene State's players here going for these ult orbs that we have seen them go for. Ooh, and that will be Chumley found by Bone Chewer there, as it will be brought down to a 4v5 here.
They are all rotating over to. Did you hear that Neon ult come out?
They will not be able to get any value out of that ult there. However, they will find Mish with that deadlock ult, and that will be brought down to a 3 versus 4 here as Spike is planted. However, Yeri will find one and will get that Thrash. And that will be found one player with Thrash. As that will be another of Keene State's players that found it. Will be brought down to 1 versus 2 here. Froggy by himself. Not much time left on this Spike. Will he be able to make this play necessary to win this round? As it'll be one player. It's only one left.
Oh, unfortunately.
And will be found by that tripwire and will be taken out by the deadlock.
The game is once again all tied up, 6-6.
Yeah, either team here can take the rest of this match here. We might even see an overtime come out if the game continues to go in the way it has been. However, we will see how this double Sentinel comp will function on defense here for DePaul, and how the double initiator that Keene State classically is running will be able to play into it. Bocher will find Chumley there. Will be brought down to a 4 versus 5 here. Yeri will find another one in return. Make it down 4v4. Teams trying to trade out whatever they can. Shotgun user will be able to try to look at some of the plays there, and will find one, and that will be brought down to a 4 versus 3 here. Bocher will find Mish, being down to 3 versus 3. Will be another Keene State players taken down, bring it down to 2 versus 3. Spike down, clock in favor of Keene State, as that will be Yeri finding that deadlock. It will be down just to these 4 players here who will determine this first round. Yeri will find another. Neon will try to push Froggy, and Froggy will find the pick, as that will be that first round of the second half in favor of Keene State.
There's the phone.
It haunts me like a ghost. Gonna have nightmares about it tonight.
Yeah. The Valorant phone.
The Valorant phone. You know, that. I saw earlier. Saw a snowflake come out. I'm not sure that is, but that didn't even surprise me as much as the phone. I'm not even gonna lie.
Stim the dog and make him go faster. I like that strat.
You see Keene State here trying to push onto site. That Omen and a shorty trying to find whatever they can. That will be Chumley getting that pick. Keene State will get a lot of these picks here.
Creating a 4v2 situation.
Page Shells will come out, try to create some space here for Keene State, as they do get that spike down. Clock in favor. We'll see the flash there. Will hit Chumley. It is now 1 versus 4 here. It will be 1 versus 3 as Froggy is traded for Bone Chewer. So it'll just be this breach. And will peek out into Chumley's Stinger and will be the round. And that will be the score, currently 8-6 in favor of Keene State.
Keene State's getting a very great lead in these early rounds, where getting money early on is very important. looks like Chumley and Shotgun User creating a distraction on A, I believe, to kind of distract from the actual plant on B. Looks like Keene are fully committing to the A push.
We'll see a bunch of trades come out from both teams here. We'll be brought down to a 3 versus 4 here. Trying to get that spike down.
Here even last 1v4.
Ooh, and that will be all of Keene State's players found, as that will be that round win for DePaul. Keene State here still does have the round lead here. Score currently 8-7. However, either team is making these back and forth on these win streaks, and as we continue to go the rest of this game, unless something changes, we might be seeing a longer match than we're used to here. We're going to see Keene State trying to invest a lot here onto this push onto A site.
See the movement come out.
Ooh, however, Boatsure will be able to find 3 of Keene State's players. They are hamstringing this push here, as he will get all 5, and that will be that 16th round in favor of DePaul. And we're going to see Keene State here opt to go for a save round here. Well, we're going to see all chat typing here coming out from DePaul. And we're going to see Keene State opt to push over on to this B site here.
Unfortunately, the Tog did get walled in. Just trying to get rid of that deadlock wall.
Both teams here trying to play this neutral game. Yeri does have the spike.
Unfortunately, jumping over that tripwire led to their death.
They jumped over the tripwire, but we're not able to predict that Neon coming out of the corner there, as that will be not very much time here left for Keene State. 5 seconds left here. Not enough time to plant spike here, as that will be this round in favor of DePaul.
Unfortunate. Does seem like we have another timeout starting up.
And as we do have some more time here available for us, We would like to again thank some of our sponsors here of the Media Owl Network. The first one we'd like to thank is the American Steel Fabricators. Visit americansteelfab.com. Another group we'd like to thank is the Fenton Family Dealerships, the tri-state area's best selection of new and pre-owned cars, trucks, and SUVs. Locally owned since 1986. And while we do even have some more time here, we'd like to thank the Fieldstone Land Consultants, a professional engineering, land surveying, and environmental services company serving New Hampshire, Massachusetts, Vermont, and Maine. And last but not least, we'd like to also thank the Mellinson Company, commercial residential roofing since 1932.
I would say I may be misremembering, but I feel like this is definitely one of the closest games we've had so far. Like
Yeah, definitely at least from back to back round wins. We did last week see a close match, but we had seen it was much more of a comeback that got snuffed at the last possible round.
Looks like we are using the Gecko ult immediately.
Yeah, something Thrasher trying to clear out
we do see
lamps
that
there.
movement, but unfortunately there's no one here. Almost
We'll
getting
see
that
both the
name.
tripwires come out here, and that will be Chumley found. However, he will be traded out for Bone Chewer here. Both teams losing that duelist player, as Yeri will be found by that Cypher.
Just a lot going on.
Yulongmung will find Shotgun User. Froggy Fleet will find Faceless. And that will be 1 versus 3 here, as Juppy will find Froggy the Elite. As he will try to teleport behind, and Mish will find Juppy there, and will be picked by Yulongma.
Keene State tried a very aggressive play, and unfortunately it did not work out in the end.
Yeah, that utility that Cypher provides really put they put a rock in the way for Keene State as they try to get space on that site. As we did see that ultimates did come out that really weren't able to have a lot of value just because they were snuffed by some of the utility, such as what we saw with that combo of both the Raze and that Thrash. We're going to see that Brimstone ult come out and try to force DePaul out of lamps there, and it will work as it will force one of the players out, and they will attempt to start to try to get some space here. Mish will find one.
We do get a kill with the boom bot.
Not something you see every day. We are going to see it is currently 3 versus 3 here for Keene State. Yeri finds a nasty headshot onto that Cypher there, as that will be brought down to 3 versus 2 here. Chumley will find one. We'll get a couple shots off on Faceless with their back turn. However, and Shotgun User will find Faceless and will find Juppy, and that will be that 19th round for Keene State.
Very nice from Keene State right there. Once again, getting this game closer to a tie once again.
We might even see the fabled overtime.
We could end up seeing the overtime.
Not something we've seen at all this year.
I don't think, yeah.
It's gotten close multiple times, but never quite. You see Keene State here trying to take multiple angles as they try to get anything they can on the sites here. We will see some of these ult orbs be claimed by Keene State. We will see Dizzy be thrown out. Try to get some information about what is going on site, and will be able to tell that there are some folks on it. However, they were aware of that before with some of the utility being thrown out by that deadlock there. However, that smoke will force them to have to play very carefully here, as Jumpy will find Chumley there, bring it down to a 4v5 for Keene State. Jumpy will find another. Have a Yeri will be able to trade that, and it will be brought down 3 versus 4 here. Wills the plant start with Wingman. However, Wingman will be stopped as Elongmuff will find Shotgun User. We're going to see Froggy find Bone Chewer. As will be brought down to a 2 versus 2 here. Both teams stabilizing and trying to play this neutral game. And Yeri will be found by Wasi there, being the last kill of that round necessary for DePaul to take that round. Score currently 11-9 in favor of DePaul. We'll see that Keene State will opt to try to get a push onto B site here, as we will see full bursts come out from many of the players here. However, DePaul will have 4 ults here accessible to them. A lot of different ways that this round could play out for both teams, as they will opt to destroy the cage there from Deadlock. An incredible amount of utility being thrown through that smoke. However, that Deadlock ult will come out and will find Yeri, as Yeri will be released. Chumley will peek that corner around and will find Jumpy. However, Faceless did find both Mish and Yeri there, bringing it to a 2 versus 4 here with that spike down. However, Faceless will find Froggy the Elite, and that will be 1 versus 4 here for Chumley. Chumley will find 1 and will be found by Faceless there, who will take that round there for DePaul. That goddamn phone comes out again. I swear, every time I see it, it's like that feeling you get when you stand up a little too quickly. Oh my God, it happened again.
I will say, I always like to put on Yeri just because I know he
just to spite me, just to make sure that I have to see that phone. I don't even have a vendetta against it. It's like a it hits me it's like a Mack truck. We will see DePaul mix it up here, and we will see Deadlock rotate over to this A site. They have, historically, this game been playing on B consistently. We will see both teams here trying to find whatever they can on these sites. We will see Yeri pull out this ult here. Try to force some of DePaul's players here out of lamps here, as that will be Shotgun User finding Elongma. Bring it down to a 4 versus 3, and it will be brought down 4 versus 2, as Mish will find Juppy here. We will see Bone Chewer find Yeri with that ult. However, Mish will be able to trade out with that classic for Bone Chewer, and Wasi will find Shotgun User. Bring it down to a 1 versus 2 here. Froggy and Mish trying to hold as many angles as they possibly can with just the 2 of them. Not much health here available for Wasi here. Will have to place very carefully. However, Froggy the Elite will get that pick off and will be
very nice from Keene State.
Score currently 10-12 in favor of DePaul.
Keene State just needs 2 more round wins to bring it into overtime. Come on.
Match point here. Keene State will have to win these next 2 rounds here in order to bring it into overtime. So we'll see rotations around the map to try to claim some of these ult orbs that you say has been dominant in being able to secure. Both teams here trying to find wherever they can. 30 seconds left on the clock. Yeri will find Juppy there and will throw Wingman down to plant. We are going to see the Razor come out and will find Faceless there, as Faceless will trade out for Mish, and Wasi will find Frog of the Elite. We will see that Breach ult coming out, and we will see the Neural Theft come out as well from DePaul here, as Bone Trooper will find Chumley, and Chumley will trade for Elangma. It is just Yeri here, and that, as he will be found, and that will be the match for DePaul. Score is currently 0-1. Best.
A super close match right there.
Yeah, that match was incredibly close.
Yeah, no.
And we can't wait to see what both teams be able to pull out in the Stacks map. We'll be right back. All right, we are back once again, and for this match, we are moving over to Haven, another map here that the KSC team is extremely well versed on, one that has been practiced and has been proven alongside it. We are once again seeing a little bit of a comp switch up here. We are going to see the initiator lineup, the double initiator lineup on our team switch over to a Silver Breach, and we're going to see Chumley on the Jet. Historically, this is what's been commonly run the map, and we are going to see hopefully another exciting performance here from Chumley. You know, still having to come off from that day one second round ace.
Yep.
Great things could potentially come out here once again. Laughs being exchanged over there.
Yep.
So it seems like spirits are good, and
We might be seeing. Oh, never mind. I was gonna say we might be seeing that Clove come out, but it seems like they're indecisive between the Clove and Omen.
yeah, a bit more of an aggressive pick. Will give them a lot more trading capacity as well, but we will see that Omen come out. Just such a strong amount of utility. It's hard not to take it.
Yep.
All right, and as we approach into here, we are going to see Keene State once again defending first. This Sova pick here once again, a historically very strong pick here for Yeri, and excited to see how it's going to play out here. Keene State could go with this set play that we have seen them run many times before, where we are going to see an aggressive jet push off of the start lineup that Yeri does have. We see a dart come out. We'll reveal one. Keene State will find one with it. Chumley in a somewhat difficult position here. However, they are going to have DePaul rotate over to C-site here. Mish will find one before they will be traded out by Bone Chewer there. That will be Wassy pulled out of the equation, as Issa here will have a fight with Bone Chewer and will be taken out of the equation, as it will be Shotgun Eater here trying to use his utility to push into Garage here and try to get some displacement, as that will be Yeri finding Bone Chewer there, and we are going to see that Keene State will be able to buy themselves a person lead, as Chumley will find the back of Faceless there, as it will just be Gecko here. And we will see Ilangma will be picked by Yeri there, as that will be that first round in favor of Keene State.
Very nice.
We're going to see that Keene State are going to put a little more emphasis on these purchases here coming into the second round to try to be able to beat out just with, pure firepower alone. And it looks like that Yeri and Chumley are going to have a repeat onto this set play here once again. However, we will see that DePaul will prepare for it, as they will be able to spot it with that Cypher Cam, but it will be destroyed. DePaul here trying to wait out this push from Chumley here and punish accordingly. Or we will see the ult orb being taken by Yeri there. Just with the lack of firepower that DePaul has, they can't really contest a lot of these angles that Keene State might be holding here. We're gonna see a large push here on to B site from DePaul as take control using smokes to cut off these sight lines here from Keene State, as we will see Elon Musk's wingman get the plant off. Chumley here will be tested by Wasi here and will find the victory there, and Elon will be found too, and Faceless and Jupi here, leaving no players for DePaul as Issa will get this defuse off.
Mish was able to kill 3 that round.
Yeah, strong play from the entire team as we come into this third round here. We are going to see quite a large gap in the economy here. However, we are going to see that DePaul is going to opt to try and force here and hopefully punish the bonusing that Keene State will be attempting to do here. We are going to see Shotgun User return to his roots here with that Bucky. Great things have been accomplished with this combo here. And he will find Faceless there. Almost on cue there as Mish will find Yilongma. And will punish Jupi's teleport there, but will be found by Bone Chewer. However, they will have secured a massive lead here for Keene State as this spike is still currently ticking down. And Bone Chewer will be found by Shotgun User there, as Chumley will find the last of DePaul. And that will be that third round in favor of Keene State.
Very nice from Keene State right there.
Not gonna lie, when I first saw that spray, I thought it was a map feature. We will see this aggressive set play here from the Chumley here. Try to force back some of DePaul's players. Will be successful in doing so as Keene State will hold this angle here. Gonna see the drone come out, try to find out what information they can. Ooh, just almost finding that deadlock through the smoke there. Oh, just if only he knew that his crosshair was tracing out the deadlock there. We will see Elon Mott throw out the thrash here, try to find some players here, and will find one. We are going to see that Shotgun User will be taken out with it as Mish will be found too. Issa will find Wasi there, as it will be brought to a 3 versus 4 here in favor of DePaul. The spike is down, so the clock is ticking for Keene State to try to make their play here. We are going to see the second use of Thrash come out, and it will find Chumley there, as Yeri will punish that attempt to a punishception from DePaul there, as we will see Yeri find Elang on there. We've got the 2v2 here. However, there will not be enough time for Keene State to get to the fuse off, so they will opt to just back up and save a little bit of money, as Faceless will be killed by that spike. and through the smoke, Chumley will find Faceless there, bringing it down to a 5 versus 4 here for Keene State. And it will dissuade DePaul here from pushing onto the site. We will see that Jupi will find Shotgun User there, bringing it to a 4v4 here, equaling the odds for both teams as they will push on to this site here. However, it will drop right in front of Issa. Neither will be able to find each other, as Elanmo will get the plant off, and that will put the clock in favor of DePaul, as DePaul will trade out one more, bring it to a 3v3, and that will be Jupi punishing me for face-checking that smoke. Smoke is down. Issa and Chumley here have to find a way to make a play, as they hold a lot of, as DePaul holds many of the angles here. Jupi will find Issa there, leaving Chumley by himself here. May opt to save or may opt to try to make a play here. Will not appear to have enough time and will opt to back up, as that will be that 5th round in favor of DePaul. Score currently 3-2. Every round here so far, it has been that DePaul has gotten a plant off here. With 3 sites in total, there's a lot more options for attackers on where and how they want to try to attack some of these sites.
Yeah.
We're going to see Yeri get that very classic dart there over on to that entrance, as they will push over onto A site. Yulangma will find Shotgun User there, leaving it down to a 4 versus 5 here. Chumley is trying to find a way to get past the smoke here, and will find one with that aggressive play onto site. Will find Bone Chewer and will go through smoke. Will not get punished for, as Yeri will find Jupi there. Clock is ticking down here. Not much time here for Keene State, and it will be just one player left here, as Issa is forced into a 1 versus 2 here, and will be found by Wasi, leaving that 6th round in favor of DePaul and equaling the score for both teams.
Once again, tied up.
Yeah, both teams very evenly matched here. We're going to see both teams are going to have available to them what appears to be almost all of their ults, really except Shotgun User's breach ult. So we might see a few of those come out this round. But we might also see a case of some mutually assured destruction, as neither team wants to use an ult and have it get snuffed by another. However, we will see that Omen ult come out and try and find some value, and it will, as they will start get the plant off onto C site here. Shotgun User with this Bucky here, living up to his name. Ooh, and Bonecher will find Chupi another, and that will be currently brought down to a 2 versus 4 here, as Bonecher will find Issa as well, and that will be Wasi getting the flank off on Yeri and securing that 7th round for DePaul. We are going to see the timeout come out from Keene State here, as we will enter a 60 seconds. And while we have some time here available to us, we would like to thank again, some of our other sponsors here. The first one being Sullivan Tire, located on Winchester Street in Keene. We are always here to get you there. And once again, since we give some more time, we'd like to thank our premier sponsor, the New Hampshire Army National Guard. Please visit www.nationalguard.com/nh or call 1-800-GO-GUARD. And as we enter in really past the halfway point of this first half here, we're kind of seeing how both teams are adjusting to some of the compositional switches. We've seen good ult usage come out for both teams, especially with that Thrash having a lot of impact from DePaul, but we've also seen a lot of utility usage come out from Keene as well. Still anybody's game here. We are going to see that DePaul is going to opt to push on to A site once again. Ooh, and the delayed throwing of Dizzy there will help find both Yeri and Chumley there, putting a wrench in the plans of Keene State here as they claim control, as DePaul claims control of site. The plant does go down on A here, putting the clock in favor of DePaul. 3 ults available to DePaul here, 2 available to Keene, currently 3 versus 5. See a lot of utility come out. Mish will find Bone Chewer there. Faceless will find another, and Habadrupi will find Mish's back, and it will just be a crossfire that will take out Keene State, bringing the score 3-5 in favor of DePaul.
Yeah, those 2 picks off early on were really detriment.
Yeah, it really hamstringed the capabilities of what Keene State was really able to do. Without having the second initiator and the duelist there, it really makes trying to claim a lot of space on these sites very difficult for each team.
Yep.
Yeah, especially without the information that Yeri Soba does provide.
We are trying to, once again.
See Chumley here with a stinger, trying to find a pick here. Ooh, however, shotgun user will be found by Jupi there, as that will bring it down to a 4 versus 5 here. Keene State was sitting with all of their ults here. We're going to see if they can get any opportunities to use them here. However, Bone Chewer will find Mish, and that will bring it down to a 3 versus 5 here again. As it will appear that DePaul will be planting onto the C site here. E-set will be found with their knife out. And that will be Chupi finding Chumley, as well as Bone Chewer will find Yeri, bringing that last pick necessary to bring the score to 3-6 in favor of DePaul. Yeah, we are going to see that second ult come out from. Oh my God! There's that phone again. Every time I see it, it just interrupts my train. I can't even remember what I was saying. It just.
The phone's too distracting.
It's too much. Kids these days always on their phone, as something my grandfather would say. But we are going to see that DePaul is going to have an emphasis on this A site once again, as Chumley is going to push up and try to hold some of the space here to make sure that DePaul cannot get this push off. We are still going to see that Keene State does have 5 ults available to them here, and are on a bye as well. So we are hopefully going to see some of this action come out here. Both teams here trying to find out anything they can about where the other team is to try to be able to make a full-fledged plan as they move towards each other slowly but surely. We're going to see that DePaul is going to start to take control of Garage here as they will get that smoke down, cutting off Issa's sight line and potentially rotating over onto C site as Mish rotates over just in time. We're going to see Mish over here and will be able to find Bone Chewer there. We are going to see Jupi punished for that teleport. And we are going to see Chumley will find Faceless through that smoke as they will start this defuse here as both of DePaul's players are stuck in Garage here. Yisa will find Wasi and leaving just Elongma in the Garage. And Yisa will find his back on his way out.
Very nice from Keene State. DePaul did have a little bit of a winning streak right there, but I think Keene State are finally finding their groove once again.
Yeah. They're able to secure a couple more wins under their belt as well. We will see that DePaul will lose this snowball effect that they have accumulated from winning those 6 rounds in a row, as they're able to make another purchase very comfortably here.
Did you see that Omen ult come out from DePaul? Fortunately, Yuri is picked off by that Omen.
Elongma will find Chumley there, and Yeri will get taken down alongside with him, and that will bring Keene State currently to a 3 versus 5 here, as we will see the neural theft come out here from DePaul, as they will get some very vital information here, as they will take full control of site and will get the plant off. Here, you see here, this is going to be very hard to push here for Keene State with both of the Sentinels here, as we will see that the utility will find one of Keene State's players here. And that will be all of Keene State's players' round, as that will be that 11th round in favor of DePaul.
Unfortunately, though, it's a really tough situation when you're in a 1v5.
Yeah. As we're coming into these latest rounds, we are really seeing the strength of this double Sentinel comp that DePaul has been picking. It's becoming very difficult for Keene State to try to find any space here to try to push onto site, as investing too much in one angle will force you to expend resources on it that otherwise you wouldn't need to, and really puts Keene State in a position that they don't want to play from. But it will make that retake extraordinarily hard for Keene to try to make once site control is established with both these Sentinels.
Did you see the Neon ult come out?
We are going to see ults come out here from Keene State. They are going to invest both the Breach and the Sova ult into this fight here. Yeri will find 2 with it. Mish will find 1, but will get traded out by Jupi, and Shock-User will find another, leaving it down to a 3 versus 1 here, as Issa will find Wasi, which will be the last player necessary to secure this round, leaving the score 5-7 in favor of DePaul.
Not gonna lie, it was kind of hard to see what was going on in that round. There was just so much utility and ultimates going out. Keene State is now attacking. There's such sides.
Yeah, and that coming from an Overwatch player too.
Yes.
It's too much. Oh, but yeah, I saw it for a second. I looked away.
The phone strikes again. Some encouraging words from Mish, if you could hear it.
Do you think they have any clue about about the phone flashbang? Depends if they watch the VODs, but
Some wholesome interactions between players.
obviously the Keene State is going to try to push over onto C site here.
Reef does find one.
Oh yeah, and as we failed to mention, Keene State is now on the attack here, as Faceless will find two, and that will be shaded out by Chumley there, and it will be a mosh pit on the C site here. We are going to see the Dizzy come out by Elongma, and it will be traded out. However, Wasi will find Chumley as well as Mish, as that will be that first round of the second half in favor of DePaul.
Seems like Gary is being body blocked.
There's a Keene State off to push over onto A site here. Ooh, Haverwasi will find one with the shotgun. However, Yeri will be able to trade it out there. So much going on here. Jumpy will find Yeri. Jumpy will also find Niche, as it will be just shotgun user by himself here. Will be blinded and will be pushed here by... we were talking about this over the break, is that with this game in particular, it's just that, like, it's about 2 minutes of nothing and everything happens within like 5 to 10 seconds.
Yeah, no. Very chaotic that round especially.
Yeah, we were seeing both teams throwing out as much utility as they could put on the field there, try to get themselves an advantage. As the score will currently be 5-9 in favor of DePaul here. It's quite sizable lead here for DePaul, as they will only need 4 more rounds to secure this victory, as Keene will need 4 to catch up and another 4 to win. Ooh, we are going to see Wasi was waiting in that corner trying to find one against his player. However, will be caught by Chumley there, and that will bring will bring the board down currently 5-4 here. Oh, however, Jumpy will find 2 there with that Bucky. However, Mish will be right behind him to trade that out. And Mish will find Faceless and will pressure out Elong Ma there, as it will just be Elong Ma, Mish, and Yeri here on the field.
Elong Ma also has, I think, 1 HP. Yeah, 1 HP, so they don't really have an option.
We're going to see the AFK call.
We're seeing an AFK call that is just not true in an actual game. What an interesting strategy, I would just say.
Lying in my Valorant game? It's more common than you think. Yeah, as we will see that Keene State will opt to back away for the spike here, as that will be the 15th round in favor.
The AFK call, it's wild. Oh, they actually...
Wait,
I guess DePaul does a little trolling from time to time. Uh,
You know, trolling.
they just do a little trolling, as they say, as the kids would call it. Oh my goodness gracious.
Oh my god.
We do find two.
That poor Juvie
Three.
Wasi face. Oh my god.
2v5.
I
Each
think
gets the fourth.
Yeah, that will be brought down to 5 versus 1 here.
Within a matter
Elong
of
Ma.
seconds.
Elong Ma by
Elon
himself.
Musk once again. Will they call the AFK call once again? We'll have to see.
Head member of the Valorant Department of Efficiency. Oh, and he will peek over through garage here. Try to find Chumley. Shotgun user contesting the angle here. We're going to see that Elon Ma will be found by Yeri. In an angle I didn't even know we were holding.
I know. I barely saw it the last second.
Yeah, and Keene will bring the score up to 7-9 here, still in favor of DePaul.
Oh, we are seeing the Jedi come out from Chum.
We are going to see Shotgun user throw out this breach ult here, gain control of the C site.
Each does find one, unfortunately.
We're going to see the last two of DePaul's players being found by the spike there.
They just kind of jumped right in, it looks like. Unfortunately, Shotgun user is found early, and
Keene will be brought down to a 3 versus 5 here.
Issues ulting towards A.
Mish will find one with that teleport. And Yeri will find Elong Ma too. Bringing it down to an even 3 versus 3 here. Faceless in this corner here. Will be found by Mish.
Another. Mish has brought it down from a 3v4, I think, to a 3v2.
Mish will find Bonjour as Jupi will find Mish there, and that will be Jupi finding Issa too, and it's going to be just Yeri. 1v1 here for Spike.
Yeri does have the health advantage.
You're going to see an in-place teleport here. As Yeri will be able to peek around and find Jupi there, evening the score 9-9 after winning 4 rounds in a row.
A tied game.
Both teams just refusing to let the other have any kind of lead. We're going to see a timeout here from DePaul as we do enter this last part of the match. Just 3 rounds for either team to bring it to match point.
It's really crazy just seeing the teams keep tying each other over and over again.
Yeah.
Once one team thinks they get a lead, the other team just somehow
catches right back up.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, neither team has really been able to build a very substantial lead against the other, leading to a very even match here. Keene State has to take home this map if they want to bring it up to a map 3, and DePaul is trying to take it so they can go home a little early. We're going to see that Keene State is going to opt to push on to A site here again. A lot of utility being thrown out. You're taking control of Hell, as it will be the Omen Spokes denying these sight lines for Keene as they try to push onto site here. We're going to see the Neon ult come out here, as that will be Keene State backing up and trying to opt to push on a different site.
Gets that nice pick on the Omen.
For the chatter who's curious, DePaul had won the first match here. The score is currently 0-1. This is the second map here. If Keene wins this, they'll bring it to a third.
It's a 5v2.
Chumley will find Faceless here, and it will be just Yilong Ma here.
With like 10 HP and a dream.
And a dream with that Bucky there. So we will not have enough time to defuse there, as that will be Keene State taking a 1-round lead here over DePaul. And we would also like to welcome in chatter from DePaul. It's nice of you to tune in. Glad to see you here. We're going to see that Keene State is going to opt for trying to do a default here, as they will try to punish any of overextension from DePaul here. And we see both teams throw out some utility here. Both teams here trying to find an angle of attack here and try to find an advantage over one another. Isas will be caught for a good portion of their health as they will be brought down to 30. One shot will take them out. Keene is going to rotate once again.
It seems like.
Oh,
Or
they
they
just
rotate.
they decide against it potentially.
30 seconds left.
The team here not sure how to take this as Yilongwa will find Chumley. It will be brought down to a 4 versus 5 here. As Boneshore will be caught out, as that will be the ult there from Deadlock, as Faceless will be taken out
Oh my
with
god.
a classic. Yeri will be freed from the Deadlock ult. A plant has to go off. Shotgun user will get it off,
Oh my god.
but sadly will be caught by Wasi there, and that will be DePaul bringing the score back 10-10.
That was such a close round. Back once again tied up again.
We're going to see 2 ults available here for either team going into this round. Both teams are trying to find a way to get any kind of advantage over the other. Both teams struggling to try to find a substantial way to get a lead on the other, leading to this extraordinarily close match.
We're seeing the ult come out from Yuri.
And will find one shot onto Faceless there,
Forcing
leaving him
some-
at an absurdly low HP. See both teams throwing out utility here, trying to find anything. We're going to see that Yilongwa will be taken out as he will be traded by Yeri there, and it will be Jupi finding Issa on top of it, as Bone Chewer will find Shotgun User and will leave Yeri by himself here, as he will be blinded by the Omen, as that will be Faceless finding the last pick onto Yeri there, bringing the score 10-11 in favor of DePaul. We are going to see a timeout here from Keene State as we enter in this very last section of the map.
Yeah, very, very close from both teams.
DePaul needing 2 rounds, Keene needing 3. If both teams get the score to 12, it will go to overtime. And while we do have some time here available to us, we would like to thank the sponsors again of the Owl Media Network. And in particular, we'd like to thank the New Car Nissan of Keene. Your premier new Nissan and used car dealership near Keene. Discover the new car difference. Huh. You can use sprays during timeout. You see Issa just going between them over there. Just checking out the whole rotation. Alright, and as the timeout comes out here, we are going to see that Keene State will have 2 ults available for them here, and we are going to see that DePaul will have 1. However, DePaul will have that Thrash available to them, and that Initiator ult is incredibly valuable here for that team, as we have seen that Thrash secure many picks for both sides here tonight. We are going to see that Keene State are going to opt for an A push here. We are going to see that DePaul will have 2 players stacked onto the site here. The smoke will come out and will cut off the sight line, preventing Keene State from being able to make any solid movements here. As Keene State will send a core of Yeri and Issa to try and find any flankers that may be approaching. And with it as well, we are going to see that play from DePaul holding on to that mid with that Sentinel. see Keene start to execute onto this A site here. Will find the pick onto Jupi here, as that will get the spike down, and it will put the clock in favor of Keene State. Keene State will also opt to use their neural theft here, try to get some information on how DePaul will try to retake this site, as they will have 4 players here to Keene State's 5. 2 of DePaul will head up to Heaven here, try to take some control here, as we will see the Thrash come out, try to find some Keene State players here. However, it will be taken out before it can get off. However, Faceless will find Trumley here, and Shotgun User Beach will find 1. Shotgun User will find 2. Bone Chewer will find Mish. And Shotgun User will find Bone Chewer. And that will be that 22nd round in favor of Keene State.
11-11, tied up once again. It's anyone's game at this point.
This next round will put it into match point here for either team. Both teams wanting that little bit of comfort room. But neither having their hands on it just yet. We are going to see both teams have that Omenal available to them here. However, we are going to see that Shotgun User is 1 point away from that Breach ult. And as we had mentioned before, these Initiator ults can be very, very influential for pushing onto these sites, especially stuff like Thrash and like that Shockwave.
Mish does get an early pick onto the Neon.
DePaul will lose Bone Chewer there, as that will be brought down to 5 versus 4 here. DePaul will have the player on to B site here. Issa will find Jupi, bringing it to 5 versus 3 here. Mish holding this angle here. Ooh. Will get a headshot, but will be differenced by that Phantom range, as the headshot from Faceless will get
dart kill. And it's all just that Gecko that is left.
Yilongma on low HP here, and little time left.
We do get the lead, getting it to 12-11.
Keene State here with that 1 round advantage. Match point here. They do need 1 more round to bring it to a map 3 here, which will be on par, by the way, if our information is correct.
Yep.
But and we will see DePaul attempt to bring it to overtime.
Yep.
A 12-11 score. Anybody's game here. We'll see how this turns out. Expect to see ults come out this round, as it will be the last one before it all goes away. So it is use it or lose it.
Looks like Keene State are rotating towards a different point. Seeming their option is to pick C.
We're going to see Keene State start to execute onto C site here, as we will see that Breach ult come out on to site, as Faceless will find 1 with that shotgun and will be traded out. However, it will be just Yisa here trying to stop this overtime. It is 1 versus 4 here. Pressure is on. Yisa will find 1. Will take some damage through that smoke.
Issa is being circled around that cipher.
We will see some potential heroics here, as they will not have anything to lose here, but Jupi will find them as they walk through that smoke, and that will be overtime here.
We have reached overtime for the first time in Keene State.
we are checking it once again. We are going to see that both teams here are going to be put on equal footing with one another here, as both teams are going to try to take this overtime for themselves. One team will need to win twice in a row for them to be able to secure this overtime. Both teams here playing very carefully. They don't want to take any risks. We're going to see that DePaul is going to start to execute onto the C site here and are going to start this plant, putting the clock in their favor, as we will have that spike planted message come out. Varsity will find shotgun user there, bringing advantage away from Keene State, as Vish will claim it back and will have it be 4-4 here. Yeri will jump onto that and will find a pick there, as it will be brought down to 2 versus 3 here. Yeri will be found there. It's just Mish alone. Mish will find 1. Mish will find 2.
Unfortunately, the defuse is...
And will not have enough time to defuse. 3 seconds too short, as that will be that round. First round of overtime in favor of DePaul. Keene State needs to win a round here to be able to continue this overtime, and DePaul needs to win 1 round to be able to take home this game today. We're going to see Keene State try to execute onto A site here. DePaul has only stacked 1 player onto it. Oh, but Jupy will find 2 picks onto Keene State, putting an early advantage in the round in the favor of DePaul. This could spell disaster for Keene State. They have to play carefully here. They have to play smart, and we will see how this round will turn out. Everything is on the line for this game tonight on these 3 players. The pressure is on, the heartbeats are up, and we will see how either team comes with it. We are going to see Yeri with a pick onto Omen here. Jupy taken out of the equation here. 3 versus 4. Not quite equalized just yet, but the odds are better than they were before. Yisa will find Wasi and will make it equal. Mish will be forced onto site faster than they would have liked. And we are still going to have, it's a 3 versus 3 here. Both teams trying to find whatever they can. We are going to see a plant come out from Mish, and that will be Yilong Ma finding Yeri, bringing it down to 2 versus 2 here. Mish will be found, and that will be Isa found as well. And that will be that last defuse of the match, and that will be a victory for DePaul.
A very, very close game, I will say.
It was hard fought by both teams. It was really anybody's game at any point of the match. And, you know, it just makes it a little harder to watch at times, but both teams played extraordinarily well. We saw performances not quite that we have seen before. Both teams pulled out and had an amazing night. And we will be back shortly. Hello and welcome back. We are here with our interview for the night. We have Thomas here, better known to some of you as Chumley. So kind of the first question that is kind of on the mind of everyone. So tell us, how was the atmosphere of the game? It was so incredibly close. So just tell us a little bit about like the emotions that were flying, or kind of how it was.
Right. I mean, it was a pretty tough game. We were close. It was very intense. We kept spirits up pretty good, I would say. When we would have timeouts, our coach would hype us up and stuff like that. And we kept strong through it. It was a tough game, very, very close. We're having some ping problems or whatever, some weird shenanigans like that. But very close game, and we'll definitely beat them in the playoffs.
Okay, I like to hear that confidence.
Oh yeah.
And coming off of that as well, like tell us like how is it just coming off of such a like a hard fought game as well. Like how is that kind of with all the heart rates going down, the adrenaline leaving the system? Tell us how that is.
Yeah, I mean it's definitely rough. It was a close game. I'm pretty sure this team is also 2-0. So I mean, like basically, whoever would win would have like the perfect record theoretically. But like I mean, at the end of the day, Like a loss is, our coach was telling us a loss is a chance to learn. We all definitely have stuff to improve on. So we're working on in future practices, stuff like that, working on aim, working on, plays and stuff like that. So we all have places to grow, and hopefully we'll be, a better team because of it. And, take this loss, it's fine. We'll move on, still alive, so,
Yeah,
just keep on moving.
absolutely. And is there anything as well that you, because you had mentioned kind of like going forward, certain things that you noticed that like, things you improve on the team individually. Like that. Is there anything that you noticed about yourself or with the team that, that you guys are gonna come in next week, doing maybe differently or exact same or reinforced, such as like some of those plays that you were making with Yeri out there and so on and so forth?
Yeah, so we're definitely, I think in the next couple practices we're going to be like looking at the review of the VOD and like looking at what we did wrong and changing things like that. A lot of things like aim and crosshair placement, everyone can always improve on that, so that's a given. We definitely have some struggles with like rotating and playing like sites, especially with like their team, which was very fast rotate. They were able to like get to the other side of the map very quickly, especially on like a big map like Haven. So we're definitely probably be working on stuff like that. I mean, there's so much that we could all work on as a team and individually. Like there's always room for improvement. I mean, if we just keep working at it and practicing and stuff like that, I'm pretty sure we'll definitely get better. I believe it'll be noticeable.
Yeah, I don't think there's any better way you could have said that. And as this comes to the end of our stream, we'd like to thank all parties involved, all of you guys for coming out and watching the team, and we'd like to say please come watch Overwatch at 9 o'clock tomorrow, and we will see you all hopefully tomorrow and next week. All have a good night.